Here are top 10 most powerful breathing styles in Demon Slayer. Coming on number 10. Thunder breathing, 7 forms. Thunder breathing is a breathing style that mimics lightning, specifically swift strikes and movements akin to lightning ripping through the sky, and replicates it with the user's movements, techniques and abilities. Most, if not all, known techniques and forms involve utilizing blinding speeds and immensely fast attacks to overwhelm the enemy in an instant. Users of thunder breathing also visualize themselves seemingly creating and manipulating lightning and electricity when unleashing its techniques. The second to sixth forms of thunder breathing have only been displayed by Kaigaku, who uses actual lightning in conjunction with his swordsmanship. Coming on number 9. Sound breathing, 5 forms. Sound breathing is a breathing style that mimics sound, specifically its disorientating loudness, and replicates it with the user's movements, techniques and abilities. Most, if not all, known techniques and forms utilize explosives to deal massive amounts of damage while making use of extremely fast movements similar to how fast sound travels as well as the user's sense of hearing. The only known user, Tengen Uzui, uses a technique developed using his superhuman sense of hearing. Coming on number 8. Beast breathing, 11 forms. Beast breathing is a breathing style that mimics beasts, wild animals, specifically their unpredictable, ferocious and wild nature, including movements, attacks and senses, and replicates it with the user's movements, techniques and abilities. Users of beast breathing also visualize themselves seemingly manifesting the fangs and claw slashes of a wild animal when unleashing its techniques. Since this breathing style is personally created and self-taught by Inosuke Hashira after living in the mountains and fighting for survival. Coming on number 7. Mist breathing, 7 forms. Mist breathing is a breathing style that mimics mist, specifically the obscurity of mist, and replicates it with the user's movements, techniques and abilities. Most, if not all, known techniques and forms involve swift strikes and movements performed in a unique pattern that obscures the opponent's senses and surroundings as if the battlefield were enveloped in mist. Users of mist breathing also visualize themselves seemingly creating and manipulating mist when unleashing its techniques. Based on mist breathing's only known user, Muichiro Tokito, who wears baggy clothing that covers his arms and legs in order to obscure his movements. Coming on number 6. Water breathing, 11 forms. Water breathing is a breathing style that mimics water, specifically the flow, flexibility and adaptability of the liquid, and replicates it with the user's movements, techniques and abilities. Most, if not all, known techniques involve the user bending their body, arm and weapon in a fluid motion to match the movements of rushing or flowing water. This breathing style was originally created by one of Yoriichi Sugakuni's students who attempted to learn sun breathing. Coming on number 5. Wind breathing, 9 forms. Wind breathing is a breathing style that mimics wind, specifically powerful torrents of air and whirlwinds, and replicates it with the user's movements, techniques and abilities. Most, if not all, known techniques and forms involve purely offensive attacks, most of which utilizing rotating movements to generate swift whirlwind-like slashes that greatly increase the wielder's striking range, or utilizing the air around them to deliver sharp sickle-shaped attacks. Users of wind breathing also visualize themselves seemingly creating and manipulating wind when unleashing its techniques. Known user is Sanemi Shinazugawa. Coming on number 4. Stone breathing, 5 forms. Stone breathing is a breathing style that mimics earth and stone and replicates it with the user's movements, techniques and abilities. Most, if not all, known techniques and forms utilize the ground beneath the user and the vast surroundings to generate powerful and sturdy attacks that specialize in both offense and defense. Based on the only user in the series, Gyomei Himejima, it can be assumed that stone breathing can only be used with a flail and or axe. Coming on number 3. Flame breathing, 9 forms. Flame breathing is a breathing style that mimics flames and replicates it with the user's movements, techniques and abilities. Most, if not all, known techniques and forms involve extremely powerful singular strikes which burn their opponents, with most attacks being initiated from a high stance. Users of flame breathing also visualize themselves seemingly creating and manipulating fire when unleashing its techniques. Known users are Kyojuro Renguko and Shinjuro Renguko. Coming on number 2. Moon breathing, 16 forms. Moon breathing is a breathing style that mimics the moon and replicates it with the user's movements, techniques and abilities. Most, if not all, known techniques and forms are standard yet varied swordsmanship techniques that focus on swift and powerful strikes that always follow the shape and pattern of a crescent moon. This breathing style is only used by upper rank 1, Kokushibo, who was one of the first demon slayers who utilized total concentration breathing. Coming on number 1. Sun breathing, 13 forms. The Hinokami Kagura is a breathing style that is passed on from father to son in every generation alongside the Hanafuda earrings. The Kamado family uses the breathing style within a ritual ceremony practiced every new year, where the breathing style user offers the fire god a dance from sunset to sunrise to ward off threats and diseases. Tanjiro noted that the breathing technique utilized in this dance allows the user to never exhaust themselves no matter how long they move, making it such that they can seemingly dance forever. The last user is Tanjiro Kamado, who learned the breathing style from his father, Tanjiro Kamado. Thanks for watching and subscribe the channel.